All right, good morning, class. We just left nutrition, and now we're getting into one of my favorite topics, which is physical fitness. As you know, I did 31 years in the Air Force, and fitness was a key pillar in maintaining my activity and being security forces and doing military skills competitions and all the other things. But I think the most important thing for me about fitness is being able to go out and play with my kids. So it's always been a lifelong goal is being able to um, go out and play sports with them or hike mountains or do other things just from a standpoint of physicality. Now, in junior RTC, we do have fitness, and so one of the things we're going to cover is all the different things, different activities that we do. However, we only do fitness 1 day a week. So doing fitness 1 day a week won't shed the 40 pounds or the 20 pounds or get you to maybe some of your fitness goals that you would like to get to because it's going to take more than 1 day. However, what we're going to do in this program is teach you how to train safely, how to do things at home. You don't need a gym to be productive and have a good physical lifestyle. So let's see what we've got here for a warm up question here. How much information do you already know about this area? So on your clickers, go ahead and pick. What do you think you are? Are you an expert, above average, moderate, or rookie? And I'll wait for your responses and we'll compare that across the room. Okay, so it looks like we have we have a few that believe that they're experts, and we have a couple that um, are moderate. But it looks like most everybody's a rookie. You're a blank slate, but ready to learn, and that's good because we're going to learn a lot. Okay, today's lesson we're going to talk about the benefits of an active lifestyle. We're going to talk about how you maintain this activity, increase your level of fitness. How do you do it safely? Aerobic capacity, muscular strength and endurance, flexibility, the three elements of fitness. And we do all those things in our fitness program. Setting fitness goals, the three stages of exercising, monitoring your progress. This is really important. We'll talk in depth about that. Sports safety, yes, we've got to do it safely. As I've observed before, sometimes we want to go out and do things straight away, and we haven't really trained up to that level. And then we'll lastly talk about avoiding performance enhancing drugs. All right, so before we get started, we're going to do a quick write. And so, we've done these before. So, what we're going to do is write a short paragraph describing how would you measure a person's fitness. And according to this criteria, would you consider yourself physically fit? So it's not a tough question, but I want you to take a few minutes, take out your pencil and paper, and I want you to write down a short paragraph. How would you measure a person's fitness? How do you define what a person is physically fit? And then using that definition, would you consider yourself physically fit? All right, we'll take a few minutes and we'll come back and I'll check your responses. So, what are the benefits of an active lifestyle? Physical fitness is an official integral part of every junior ROTC program. Every junior ROTC program has them across the country, across the 900 attachments. The objective of every fitness program is to motivate cadets to lead active, healthy lifestyles in school and at home. And this is really important. Physical activity benefits both your body and your mind. And this is just proven time and time again that if we go out and increase that blood flow and we get our body moving, it helps us with our mind, helps us with stress relief, helps us with so many different things in promoting overall health or health style. Provides academic and emotional benefits. Yeah, we saw this clearly last year when the ROTC hosted a cohort on campus. We had a lot of our students that were online, struggling at home because they were in their rooms, not being able to get out and play with their friends. But as soon as we brought cadets back to the campus and started doing, and one of the criteria for them to do that was to do fitness at 8 o'clock every morning with me out in the yard. So 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we were doing some type of fitness to get our minds and our bodies ready to prepare to learn and to receive the emotional benefits. And we saw a huge benefit when it came to that. Raise your level of fitness and maintain your weight to become healthier. Yeah. Hey, folks, we're seeing it right now as we've moved off a COVID year. I think everybody can attest that we've gained a few pounds that we didn't want to, and so how do we do that safely? How do we get back into working through these styles? All right. So before we get down to activity one, I did want to cover some statistics with you. In 2012, the Center for Disease Control (CDC) reported about two-thirds of all Americans are considered overweight. More than 36% are obese. I mean, think about that. Two-thirds of all Americans are overweight, and 30%, 36% are obese. So it's yeah, it's an epidemic in the United States for sure. Being physically active, we're going to talk about your metabolic rate and how it rises and how you can burn more calories than when at rest. And so these are all things we've got to take into consideration. So what we want to do now is I want to move into an activity, and this activity is a pretty straightforward. We're gonna get it into your Chromebook, so I'll open it up so you can be able to do it that way. And basically, you're going to rate your health status and answer the questions. You can review the section in your textbook to also help you understand some of the things and the questions, maybe if you don't understand them. And then you'll create a tree map to identify the physical, academic, emotional, and social benefits of physical activity. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take about 6 minutes to do that. I'll put the timer on the clock so you guys can go ahead this time and do activity one. It is in your Google Classroom. Go ahead and open up at this time. All right, everybody. So we're back. That was a pretty good activity. I thank you for your participation and for the genuine responses that we had on that. So, how do we know what activities to choose? We have so many to choose from, but we got to choose the right activity. So we have aerobic. That could be running, walking, biking, and swimming. We have anaerobic. What do you think anaerobic is? Well, for some of you, you do this often. This is most of the time it's sprinting, weightlifting, and gymnastics. I often like to show the movie clip with Fast and Furious, and this demonstrates when a car is racing fast. But then, how does you know when the car is overheating? It's just like your engines on a car. Your body has gauges, and your gauges are one of the principal gauges is your heart. So the question is, how do we use the heart to help us? Well, we're going to talk about that in the next section. So we'll talk about how we know if we're in aerobic zone or anaerobic. But just so you know, those are the two principal zones that we're going to be talking about. All right, so learning check questions. All right, everybody, pull out your clickers. All right, in 2012, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention reported that about how many of all Americans are considered overweight? Does everybody remember this? All right, go ahead, hit your clickers. All right. Okay, yes, you're right. B, two-thirds. Two-thirds of all Americans are considered overweight. All right, let's see what we can do with question 4. Which of the following is an example of an anaerobic activity? Does anybody remember what those activities were? Okay, we got a couple in running, but looks like most everybody's saying C, sprinting. Yes, you're right. C, sprinting. Sprinting is an anaerobic activity. So remember, anaerobic is those high intensive sports, so like boxing or wrestling or fighting, those type of things really get you into an anaerobic zone. All right, so now we're going to move into activity 2. This is where your physical activity, motivations, and obstacles. This is really important because you're going to assess yourself to find out what motivates you to be physically active and what keeps you from being physically active. So you'll be able to rate yourself based on these criteria, and you'll go in, and then we can take a look at the things that may help fit with an activity that will get you into the right place. All right, everybody. So we're back from activity 2, and you can see that this is very individually based, but you can see now you have some idea of some activities that you might need some help with, particularly with an accountability partner or other type of things. All right, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. We will pick up tomorrow as we go into the rest of this lesson plan, and I look forward to seeing you then. All right, take care.